Now, I want to say this beer has the highest IBUs I've ever had. Let's get into it. Beer, 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 beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for the Rooski Brewski review. And today, the beer I have for you is by the Brook Brewing Company out of Burlington, Ontario. This is their Duplicitous Citra Dry Hopped Sour, coming in at 4% alcohol by volume. And like I said, the largest amount of IBUs in a beer. Get ready for it. 0 IBUs. That's right, the biggest in of all time. 0, zip, nilch, nothing. So let's crack it open, see what we got. But actually, before we do that, here you go. It's a guy who looks to be swearing in somewhere, but fingers are crossed behind his back. Very duplicitous. I have no idea what that word means, but that's okay. I like Nickelbrook's beer, so I don't think this will be too bad. Pour it into this fat style tulip glass right now. I'm actually a big fan of sours. Actually, not a huge fan of sours. I enjoy them though. I enjoy them from time to time. So I'm gonna put that there. Beautiful. And looking at the beer, it's a very pale yellow. A bit hazy. Nothing too much, but you can't really see through it all that great. Let's have a smell. Sour on the nose, with a slight resiny pine. I want to say a little bit like a sea salt almost. And a touch like fruitiness to it. I can't figure out what fruit it is. It's not grapefruit. It's not mango. I don't know, like sour apple is sort of what really comes to mind. Sour apple or sour grape is sort of what's really coming to mind right now when I smell the aromas of this beer. Let's have a sip. Let's see what it tastes like. That was weird. I wasn't ready for how sour it was going to be. Then it goes into some sort of sweetness. Nice finish. Nice bready finish. Just a white plain bread, like a baguette. That sort of lingers on the tongue. There is a flavor in there which kind of confused me, and I want to find out more, so cheers, guys. Really sour, like a Granny Smith sourness, I want to say. And then there's some sort of sweetness in there. It's like, I want to say it's like plums almost, or like some dark fruit. But it's there and it sort of lingers. But I can't pinpoint what flavor I'm actually getting, which is bugging me. But maybe we'll get it by the end of it. Yeah, like plums or dark raisins or something like that. It's like a dark fruit note right in the middle flavor of it. And I can't figure out what it is or what I can really relate it to other than plums or like dark raisins or something like that. Not too bad. Pretty good sour so far. I like the flavors, how they mix and mingle. From big sour to that slight fruitiness of that dark fruit that I'm getting. Touch of sea salt, I want to say. Then ending off in a very nice bready baguette finish. Really good roller coaster ride for your taste buds. Looking over on the can now. Boom, boom, boom. Duplicitous Citra Dry Hop Sour. 4% alcohol by volume. 0 IBUs. We stand before you accused of deception in the name of innovation. This delightfully crisp gose is bursting with bright citra hops, and yet has no bitterness. We claim it was brewed with coriander and Himalayan pink salt, or Himalayan sea salt, and yet finishes with a refreshing tang. This beer is the culmination of our love of hops, sourness, and a little bit of scientific trickery. deceitfully delicious. Sorry, I can't read words sometimes. Beer, down to a science. The brewer's elements are, for the malts, we got Pilsner, malted wheat and flaked wheat. For the hops, Citra. And for the yeast, Lactobacillus delbruica, California ale yeast. Cool. Spices, Himalayan sea salt and coriander. Coriander makes sense. Coriander makes sense for sure. But there still is that dark fruit note, which I'm getting. But I don't know what it is. It's not too bad. I actually quite like this so far. Ingredients: water, barley, wheat, coriander, Himalayan sea salt, hops, yeast, and lactobacillus. Very, very cool. Recommended serving glass, tulip. Well, I got a fat tulip, so we'll roll with it. Pretty damn good. Brewed on date, or best before, yes. Packaged on the 23rd of May, so it is a little bit older, but not to worry, still tastes very, very fresh, which is awesome. Moving over to the website now, nickelbrook.com. You go over to the Duplicitous dry hop Gose, or dry hop sour, dry hop Gose. That's the website's can says dry hop Gose or Gose. Mine says dry hop sour. They're changing it up a little bit. It's that scientific trickery. And they have the same description as there is on the can. None of the brewer's elements on the website, but it's there on the can for your viewing and information pleasure, which is awesome. Very nice looking website. Good to see that they carry at least the description, ABVs, and whopping IBUs of 0. Finally, moving over to Untapped. That's pretty damn good. Quite tasty. The Duplicitous has been given a 3.77 bottle caps out of 5. Solid rating for sure, and that's out of just over 2,200 reviews or ratings. It's not bad for a sour. It is something a bit different. It's also a Gose, which are pretty much the same category, but Goses have more of a, more of a salt base. Versus like salt and pepper, definitely more salt based rather than a traditional sour where they're usually dry hopped or fruited sours like Rouge River always does, and many other breweries. But yeah, no, a very good sour, very good Gose. I'm not too big of a fan of Goses just because sometimes the saltiness is too intense for me and for my palate. But I think this is a very good balance between being a traditional sour and also a Gose with the sea salt. It definitely has that nice balance of saltiness, souriness, and a little bit of fruitiness in here too. And it goes down smooth. It's not too sticky. Some sours can be a bit sticky. This one isn't too bad. With all that said, let's get right down to ratings. Cheers on the final sip. Yeah, solid beer for sure. I haven't still figured out what that dark fruit I was tasting. We're gonna go with plums or dark raisins for right now. But the sea salt in there, very, very nice. Not too heavy, which is perfect. Sourness is beautiful. The Citra adds a little bit of liveliness to it. It's very crisp beer for sure. Mouth feels great. Like I said, not too sticky. Just overall a solid, good balance between a sour and a Gose. It works for me. 0 IBUs, that's kind of cool. 4%, not too bad. So you can have a few of these if you're really into the sours or the Goses. Me, I can probably only have 1, maximum 2 in a sitting, but they are a lot for my palate, but I still enjoy them quite a bit. So the Duplicitous gets a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Still, not one of my favorites, but still a solid sour / Gose for sure. As for presentation, I always love Nickelbrook's presentation. Pretty cool looking dude there. Description, perfect. Brewer's elements of all the malts, hops, and yeast. Amazing. I love how Nickelbrook does that. Ingredients, bam, perfect. ABVs, IBUs, beautiful. Recommended serving glass. Even better, a little bit more information for you and your drinking pleasure. Also, easy to read, brewed on or best before date. Perfect. One thing I want to see on the website, though, is all this information from the can on the website, but it's not too big of a deal for me because it is on the can where it matters to consumers and beer drinkers alike. But for bonus points, if you put food pairings, that would be really, really cool. But I'm not going to really dock marks on that. Overall presentation gets a solid 9 out of 10 for me. And yeah, I think that just about wraps it up. So before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beer zone review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, we greatly appreciate it as well. As for my question of the day, are you out of this, I guess, like the sour or salty beers sort of stuff, I got like the Berliners, you got your traditional fruited sours or sours, and you have your goses from what I've gained in my knowledge. There's probably a few more out there if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, let me know about that. But also I want to ask, out of the three, which one is your favorite? Berliner Weisses, goses, or just your traditional just sours or fruited sours? Me personally, I love fruited sours. I love to see what fruits can be thrown in a sour, what works, how many, pounds of puree or pounds of real fruit, stuff like that. That's definitely where I'm leaning to on the sour side of beer at this particular time at least. So yeah, let me know what your favorite, I guess, sourer beer is like, or which one is your favorite? I don't know what I'm saying. Favorite sour beer, Berliner, traditional sours, or goses. But yeah, with all that said, that's gonna do it for me, Mate Brewski. And like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.